Yo, welcome back to some battles. We are in the Open Great League, and let's see if we can get some wins. So we're going to be using the Talonflame paired with the Dewgong and the Morpeko in the back. So we got the Talonflame and the Morpeko as the core, and Dewgong just as a generalist. All right, we're going to have to switch out of here and go into the Dewgong versus this Drapion. Drapion is looking to fire off a move. Looks like Crunch is used. They do proc the debuff, unfortunately for us. We're going to go for this Icy Wind, and they decided to let it go. So nice call by them. We're going to go into the Dewgong Corsola matchup, and we're going to fire off this Icy Wind again. Does decent amount considering Corsolas are very tanky. And then we're going to go and just kind of see how this Talonflame can tank a power gem, even though it's double super effective. All right, luckily we did get the reduced stats. So we're going to switch out and catch a move with a nice shade. And now we can get to a move here, and we are going to be able to KO or grab a shield. So let's see what happens. Down goes the Corsola. And they still have that Drapion, and then they quick swap into the Marrow. And unfortunately, Marrow is just going to be able to mud slap us down, and we are going to have close to no health after we switch in. So unfortunate. GG's to our opponents. Looks like they just had a really good backline against our team. I will say our team is pretty balanced, considering Dewgong as the safe swap is pretty decent. Obviously, there's always a counter to him, but we know in general Dewgong is okay. All right, let's see if we can turn this around. So, like I said earlier, this is more of a balanced team for Great League. Of course, you might run into rock types, but we still have a little bit of play with Dewgong's very interesting moveset. All right, looks like Talon into the Superior. They swap out into the Talonflame, and we're going to go into our Morpeko here. So we're going to go for the Psychic Fang bait. We do grab that shield. And yeah, it was a little bit tricky. We were switched in a little bit late, so didn't really want to risk going for the most optimal. So we had to go for 2 Psychic Fangs here. And because we didn't go for the most optimal, we don't reach that last one for the KO. So let's see if we can regain the momentum. We do shield right there, and we get okay, looks like we had a core breaker for their squad, considering we knew they had Superior left, and my guess, probably a water type. Let us know what you think was their last Pokemon, or maybe they had an ABA grass type and Talonflame was just going to be really good. All right, next game, let's see who do we find. We got the Talonflame versus Azu. Okay, this unfortunately is a core breaker. Looks like we are going to switch out into the Morpeko, and we draw out the Machamp. Very interesting. Machamp. Oh, wow. We baited it with the Psychic Fang, and they called it, and they are able to survive it. We're going to shield here and look for the 1 shield farm down. Okay. Now we see the Azu come back in. Makes sense. We're going to go for the Psychic Fang. The Psychic Fang will... Okay. Looks like they're going to get debuffed. And then they're going to probably shield this one. Yeah, makes sense. And then they're going to be able to farm us down. Here comes their own Morpeko. Oh, no. That is really unfortunate. An opposing... Morpeko closer is the worst thing we can find. As you can imagine, Dewgong and Morpeko at a energy disadvantage of our own is not going to bode well with this. So unfortunately, they are going to just ram through our last two, and yeah, this Morpeko just found the perfect spot to be in at the end, and they're going to be able to be another Aura Wheel for the KO. So a little bit unlucky that we had that situation. Maybe if we had kept a shield somewhere, obviously that would have been much better. Maybe not shielding the Talonflame and then just hoping our own Dewgong can figure it out. Okay, here we got the Dewgong switch in, and they go into their Ferrothorn. So Ferrothorn, it's gonna be interesting. Okay. Oh, looks like they lagged out, but it was interesting that they swapped into this Ferrothorn, because even if we didn't take it down and they were going to take us out, we would be able to farm them down with our Talonflame, and then we would have had an energy advantage for their last two. So I think we were still in a good spot considering Ferrothorn was a safe swap for them. But let us know once again what you thought was going to be the result of that. Okay, next we got the Talonflame versus the Dewgong. Ooh, so there's the generalist that we've been talking about. Here goes our attempt to wiggle out of this situation. They throw on alignment and give us a full incinerate, so we'll take that. And we're going to the mirror. We're going to go into the Dewgong. Let's see what they have for this Dewgong. They're going to fire off a move first. Ends up being Icy Wind. Very interesting, because they know we swapped in or locked. Makes sense. Although it's not a lot of damage. Now I guess they can tank these drill runs much better. Okay, they finally switch out into the Wiggly. And then we're going to go and fire off this Icy Wind. The Icy Wind is looking to get them debuffed, but we switch out, and it looks like we are going to go into the Talon to throw this Fly. Ooh, they do barely survive, so that's a little bit unfortunate. We are going to just let this one go. Icy Wind is used, but we are able to survive it because of our own debuff, and now we're going to fire off this Brave Bird, dealing a good amount of damage. We still have some Dewgong energy, and now we're going to be able to fire off this Icy Wind and force the hand. They decide to shield it, and obviously this Marrow is going to be really good against our Morpeko, so we need to at least shield once here. They go for the Rock Slide, and oh, okay. Dewgong comes back in with a move. They go for the Icy Wind, and then we're going to go into our Morpeko here. I believe we can just farm down at this point. There's the drill run, so they did have two moves, and we're going to come out with a good amount of energy to throw back at this Marrow. This Marrow doesn't have enough health to withstand two attacks. Psychic Fang has to be shielded, and they're debuff, and now it's GG's for them. So well played by us. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.